Aita for telling the women that we could not give her a smaller horse because of her weight. Before I start, I wanna say that I in absolutely no way agree with fat shaming. All bodies are boat. Today I fucked up. For context, I, F16, work at a stable. It's mainly a learning barn that offers riding lessons and week-long camps for kids to come in and learn all about riding and horse care. As well, we offer trail rides for customers to come in and be lead on an hour or half-hour ride down a really nice trail. The situation mentioned above happened this past summer when I was the trail leader. We have few COVID cases, so we were allowed to run camps, lessons and rides. We had a family come in to do an hour trail ride, mom, dad and kid. The mom was extremely overweight, and anyone who knows anything about horses will know that a horse is not supposed to carry more than 20% of their body weight. We have 2 full breed Percherons, 2 Clydesdale/Percheron cross horses, 2 Highland ponies, and the rest are quarter horses. QH. The Clydes/Perch are the biggest horses we have available for customer riding, and the only horses that would be are able to put her on without the risk of causing harm to the horses. After we get all the necessary paperwork done for them to ride, some of the camp kids that week start to help me bring out helmets and horses for the family. We put the kid on one of our small paint QH, and we put the dad on another one of our QH. Finally it's to put the mother on her horse, and we bring out the biggest Perch/Clydes we have, and she asked if she could have a smaller horse. So we brought out the smaller Clydes/Perch, and then she turned to her son's horse and requested one of the same size. His horse was so small that it just barely passed the size requirements to be considered a horse instead of a pony. When she said this, I took her aside and explained as politely as I could why I would not be able to do that. I don't remember exactly what I said, but it was something along the lines of, "I'm so sorry, but I really can't do that because a horse of that size would be too small for you. A horse is only supposed to carry 20% of their body weight, and any more than that could lead to serious back, leg and shoulder injuries, and it also leaves them with a higher chance to colic if they drink, because the extra work would make them super hot." This woman's face became extremely angry upon hearing this, but she never said anything to me, and she got on the horse and we went for a ride. I didn't think much more of it until we got back, and when her husband came to pay for the ride, he confronted me about how rude it was to say that to a paying customer, called me fatphobic. I'm not, and told me that I should have done what she asked because only 1 hour wouldn't hurt the horse too bad. I told him exactly what I told her about the possible injuries, and he called me an asshole and said his wife was more important than the stupid horse, so I told him to fuck off. I do feel bad for having to deny the women and for telling the man to fuck off, but I believe the horse's health is way more important, so Aita? NTA, they would rather be cruel to animals than have their feelings threatened. Screw that. NTA, you handled it very well. You're 16 years old and already decades ahead of those people. So keep that great life going. Secondly, horses are living beings, that's for sure, and we love them, but we as humans do also see them as property. Expensive property, and any horse is worth more than the money from a single ride. So preventing damage to that property is not making the horse more important than the women, it's making the property more important than the customer. Totally normal practice in businesses. Also think about this. What if the horse can't handle the weight and collapses? Horse accidents can be very much deadly. Sadly, some people are just entitled and frustrated. You'll see more of them in your life, but how you handled it is emo a very healthy way. You shouldn't feel guilty for 1 second. Hope your horses are well and get enough pats on their back. Smile, stay safe, strong and healthy. NTA, not even a debate. And good for you for telling the husband to fuck off. I hope they don't own animals. Aita, for not wanting to use my inheritance on my kids. I got pregnant right out of high school. I was lucky that the dad didn't run off and wanted to be in the child's life. He went to college while I stayed and worked at an office job. We continued to date throughout the whole thing and got married when he graduated from college. It took a while, but with our combined incomes we can live a decent life. Middle class. I had 2 other children with him. All of the kids are adults now and 2 are in college while the other graduated. Each kid had a college fund of about $50,000. Well, my father died due to the pandemic, and in the will, I got a lot of money and property. If I sold the properties I would have enough to retire right now. I talked to my husband about it and we decided to sell the properties. With the combined money we were going to put 3/4 into our retirement fund, and use the rest to explore the world and fund money. I have never left the USA before and it has been a dream to see the world for such a long time. We are making plans to keep working until 2023 and then go explore the world for a whole year. We told our kids the plan and they were upset that we weren't using the money to pay for their college/debt. Every kid has debt since the $50,000 didn't cover everything, so they had to take out loans. It turned into an argument and I put my foot down and said no, and that I am finally going to do what I want. That I sacrificed enough and that I'm not giving up this dream again. My kids aren't happy, but my husband and I just wanted an outsider's perspective if I am being an ass. Edit, answer some questions. The kids are 26, 22, 21 and I'm 44. The reason the inheritance was so large was that my dad died unexpectedly and I basically got the rest of his retirement funds/properties. He was retired for 7 years. My family only passes the inheritance down to their children and not grandchildren. Tradition. NTA. You've worked your ass off to provide for your kids, and set them up for success. Student debt is sadly a part of life, but you've even given them a heck of a leg up on that with the $50,000 college funds. Your kids can handle their own debt and work to build their own lives. It's time for you and your husband to enjoy life. NTA. What? Oh, you did your job as a parent and gave them a chunk of change for college. They have zero right to your inheritance. That is far more money than my parents gave me for college, and I'm not bitching when they do things for fun. Ops kids are entitled. NTA, you gave your kids a good start in life and you gifted each of them $50,000 for college. Enjoy your trip around the world. Enjoy your retirement. Enjoy life and be happy. Sometimes it happens that the more you give, the more is expected of you. Your kids are not entitled to your inheritance. If there is value in your estate upon your passing, fine. They'll have that. My mother has informed me she is blowing my inheritance on luxuries for herself, and good on her. She has worked hard all her life and deserves every happiness. Upset after getting $50K. My God, what ungrateful brats. Since we are talking properties, how about keeping the properties as a continual lifetime income stream for you and your family? Turn those places into rental pieces and you can have a continual income for you life. Also, that income stream can help with the kids' loans. This is the real advice here. Don't sell, keep the asset, collect rental income. Aita for not letting a woman sit next to me because she had her baby with her. I'm 25 meters, not usually for these kinds of trips, especially right now, but it was a family emergency. I purchased a bus ticket and took a 6 hours ride to the city my mom lives at for a few days, and I needed to get back home for work. I purchased a bus ticket again, but going back home. This time around I decided to also purchase the C10 XT to me because I didn't want any stranger sitting so close to me for obvious reasons. Also because I wanted to have extra room to put my backpack and do some homework on my laptop. Today I had to turn in an assignment before deadline and I decided I'd work on it during the bus trip and submit it before I got home. When everyone else was getting on, this lady came up to me and asked if I could move my stuff. I thought maybe she mixed up her seat number and told her I purchased both these seats for myself, and she goes, I know, but my husband is sitting right here and we'd like to sit together if you don't mind. Her husband was right across from me, so they would only be a few inches apart since I'm sitting by the window and she'd be in the aisle seat. I saw her holding a baby no less than a year old, I'm guessing, and my brain automatically went nope. I was not about to deal with a screaming baby glued right next to me the whole 6 hours back home. I told her I'm sorry, but I need the space to do some work and I already purchased this seat. She kept asking me because their seats were all the way at the front and she won't be close to her husband. Again I repeated my reasons and she got mad and brought the driver in on this. He politely asked if I would consider allowing her to sit there, and again I said no. Well, he looked at her like there's nothing else he can do, so she walked away all pissed. An hour later all you hear is her baby screaming his head off. nowhere near me, which I was grateful for. But her husband still kept throwing me dirty looks the whole ride, which I tried to ignore by focusing on my work. A few times she walked to the back to go to the bathroom and she'd glare at me. When we got off again they were giving me dirty looks and she asked me was it really all necessary to be a dick over a seat when she needed her husband's help with the baby. I told her I was sorry, but yes, it was necessary. I'm home already, but I still keep thinking about it. Was I an asshole for not letting her sit there? If she needed her husband's help, she should have done the same and bought 2 seats next to each other. To top it off, the social distancing should be the norm. The bus company should not even sell paired seat to strangers, and you had the care of buying it yourself ahead. Also, why didn't the husband swap seats with someone else? NTA. I agree on the social distancing. The first time, the bus was crowded and nobody was following the rule of having to wear their mask the entire ride, and driver didn't seem to care. Wanted to make sure this time I at least had some distance. NTA, especially if she didn't even offer to refund you for your ticket price she'd be using. You paid for the tickets, those are your seats. Sure, it would be nice to let her sit there, but prioritizing yourself over others, when doing so causes them no harm, doesn't make you an asshole if you had work to do. NTA. Parents don't have to sit next to each other to share childcare. All one of them had to do was get up and take the baby. If it was so important to sit together, they should have bought tickets together. NTA, you bought that seat for the express purpose of avoiding that exact situation. If she sat there, you would have gotten no benefit from having purchased it.